welcome back to my channel. Today I'm naked. Alright, I'm not naked because I feel like YouTube would not let me flash all my body parts to you guys. I'm actually wearing a bikini. Was gonna wear underwear, but then apparently wearing a bikini is more socially acceptable than wearing underwear, even though it's basically the same thing. This video is about body image, and this is one of two videos that I will be doing on this subject. I have actually written a spoken word poem on this subject. It was the first video that I posted on this channel, in fact. Body image and self-love are two subjects that are very close to my heart. Everyone struggles with their body. They have insecurities. I don't think I've met a single person in my whole life that has not disliked anything about their outward appearance. Anyway, I was in the shower. Obviously, I was looking at myself because I was naked and I was like, oh damn. I was just thinking about how complex our bodies are. The way we view our bodies comes from our mind. So essentially, we have the ability to control whether we see anything in a positive or negative light. I started doing that with my own body, and it was just crazy how I went through every aspect of my being and changed the negative into a positive. I really want to encourage you guys to do this. You know I love telling stories. Today I'm going to be telling you a story, except it's not in the written form, it's in the physical form. I'm not saying you guys have to make a video. You can make a video if you want. Let's get naked together. Just try this when you're in the shower or when you're getting changed or whatever. So, once upon a time, there was a girl called Rhiannon. The first thing you're gonna notice about me, hopefully, is my face. Hi. So this is my face. This is the body part that you see most of the time during my videos because the camera is always on my face. So I have quite a round face. It's often been described as a moon face, which makes me look younger, but it's kind of a good thing, or it will be a good thing when I'm older, hey? My forehead is quite big. This is at least 4 fingers, guys. People in school used to say I had a spam. I don't know what kind of insult that's meant to be. That's my forehead, basically. Not much to really say about that, to be honest. My ears. I've got quite big ears, I think. All the better for hearing people's bullshit. As you can see, I have a lot of earrings. I really like earrings. At least I can say I have a lot of space for earrings. Then we've got my eyebrows. My eyebrows are quite sparse and they're quite thin. There's not much of them. I used to have a monobrow when I was younger, and then my friend decided to shave the hair off, which I'm quite thankful for. But ever since then I've obviously had to maintain my eyebrows. Then we have my nose. Now I quite like my nose. It's quite a petite nose. I don't really know where I got this nose from because both my parents have quite noses that stand out, literally and figuratively. I have like quite a few blackheads here. My mouth. Again, I don't know where I got this mouth from. No one in my family really has the same lips. Obviously my lips are quite full, which I've been told is like a good thing. And they're quite pink. So got a lot of pigmentation going on there. And those are my teeth. So my teeth are quite straight. I used to have braces for like 6 months, and then I had a retainer, which I bloody hated. But that wasn't really because my teeth were wonky, it was more because they were overcrowded. So I've never really had like a major problem with my teeth. Also, I've never had like any cavities or any operations on my teeth really. They're like not the whitest teeth in the world. I do want them to be more white, but I like tea. It's quite difficult to maintain really pearly teeth when you like foods that stain your teeth. I forgot about my eyes. So my eyes are probably like one of my most favourite features. They're like a weird hazel colour. So I say they're green because they are mostly green. There's only a little bit of brown in the centre. And my eyelashes I also like because they're quite long. Apparently long lashes are also nice. So I never really wear false lashes, never really get any kind of eyelash treatments. I just use mascara or leave them mascara free. My skin is quite decent. I've always had like quite good skin. I've never had acne, never had any other skin disorders or whatever. I am quite pale, as you can see, and I have freckles. I get loads more freckles when I'm in the sun. One of the things I've always struggled with is the fact that I blush very easily, so my skin is not necessarily that even at the best of times. I get a lot of redness. People have told me that they actually like this, but I've always hated it because obviously I don't like giving my emotions away yet. It shows on my face. When I'm really hot and sweaty, I'm just like a lobster. So that's not very appealing. Well, I never thought it was appealing. But my mum also says that I have a healthy glow, so that's good. I suppose if I was just really, really, really pale, I might look a bit unhealthy and sort of tired. I have like a few spots down here. This is the area where I get all the spots, all the scarring. It's always annoyed me, but I have to be thankful because makeup. And like I said, I've never had major breakouts on my face. So, you know, it's just hormones. Everyone, well, most people get spots. It's normal. Then there's my hair. I've always had an issue with my hair as well, because even though it's very soft and is nice to touch, my hair is so fine, you won't even believe it. No one really knows until they actually touch my hair or do my hair, because I'm very good at concealing it. Even though I don't have a lot of hair, I do, well I used to anyway, experiment a lot with my hair and do a lot of different styles. People never really noticed. But yes, my hair is very, very fine. You know when people have like two plaits and they're both quite chunky? My hair is like one plait. This is all my hair. So I've always been jealous of people that are just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do like 10,000 plaits in my hair. I can't even do 2 plaits, bruv. But whatever. This is also my natural colour. Brown. I have dyed my hair loads of times, but you are seeing it in all its glory today. Another thing about faces, people tend to have a good and a bad side. This is kind of weird because what constitutes as a good side and what constitutes as a bad side? I can't even answer that question. But it is true that our faces are not necessarily symmetrical. This is always my go-to side. This is the side that I flaunt when I'm taking photos. This is the side that I'm just more comfortable to display. That sounds so weird. Whereas this side, I don't know why, but I don't like this side. It looks different. That's my face. Then we've got my neck, which is, you know, a neck. Then we've got like my shoulders. Don't really know what to say about my shoulders, to be honest. They're just shoulders. Then we have my arms. Did you know that the length of your arms, so if you put your arms out like this, that's the length of your whole body? That's what someone told me anyway. So my arms are arms. They are not fat and they're not thin. They're somewhere in between. I have a lot of freckles. So I don't have very dark hair. All the hair on my body is fair, apart from my pubes. I'm really double jointed. It freaks a lot of people out, but you know what? Even though it's different, it's not actually that different because loads of people have arms like this. Yeah, I'm quite like clicky everywhere, like my joints click a lot. I don't know why. But yeah, my mum has the same thing, she's double jointed. Then we have my hands. So these are my hands and these are my nails. I've always considered my fingers as quite fat. I always have to buy the largest ring size. And I've always been a little bit like, oh, don't really like my fat fingers. But then I thought, why am I getting so stressed out about fingers? It's a finger. Why should it matter if there's fat on my finger? Like, that makes no sense. But my nails are pretty long. The nail beds themselves are actually long. They're not actually that strong. They're not as strong as you think they would be. But yeah, my nail beds are long, which I really like. Then we've got my chest area. I realised as I was preparing for this video that I'm probably gonna get loads of creeps watching this. But you know what? Doesn't matter. You can look, but you can't touch because I'm behind a screen, bitch. They are quite perky, which is good, and they're quite symmetrical. All the ladies in my family are quite busty. One thing I would say is that I have really big areolas, which I never used to think was normal because all the boobs I've seen in my life have had small areolas. All the boobs I've seen in my life. Yeah, I thought it wasn't normal. But actually, a lot of my friends, it transpires, also have big areolas. Hashtag team big areolas. Then we've got my stomach area. It's quite flat. I've got a pretty flat stomach. I've got a narrow waist. I've got quite small hips. And I've always been the same kind of size. So my weight doesn't really fluctuate. I've kind of always been the same size my whole life. I have quite a high metabolism. If I lose weight, it's usually my face that loses the weight first, and then like my stomach area. I'm just a small person in general, like I'm petite. I used to have more defined abs when I was going through my gym phase, but now I'm like, I don't really like the gym that much anymore. I like going occasionally, but I don't want to go like 3 times a week like I used to. That's just me. There's no reason behind it, but I just don't enjoy it like I used to, and that's okay. Like I shouldn't have to force myself to go to gym. I'm still an active person. Moving on to my hips and my booty. My bum is not flat. My bum is... There's stuff there. There is fat there. A bum is a bum, really, you know? A bum is just for sitting down and for excreting. So it's just quite funny that like lumps of fat are what people kind of obsess over. I have worked on my bum in the past, so I did like all these squat challenges and stuff because I wanted my bum to be more like I wanted to sort of make it a bit more firm, a bit more like tight. More recently, this has been the most recent insecurity of mine. I have some kind of fat near my hips and near my bum. I don't know if they're love handles. I feel like they're not love handles because I don't understand how you can have like a flat stomach and love handles. Maybe you can. They weren't there before. They haven't always been there. So I've accumulated these lumps of fat. Then I thought to myself, maybe it's part of my bum and it's just an extension of my bum. I really don't know, but I was struggling with them for quite a while. But now I'm just like, okay, more skin. We like more skin. The more the merrier, eh? Now let's talk about my back. So I'll turn around. I'm gonna back that thing up. I'm joking. I'm gonna look back on this video in like how many years and be like, Rhiannon, what are you doing? So this is like my back. Obviously I've got my bikini on. I hope you can see that alright. My back is quite flexible and I've got, I don't know, I think I've got quite a lot of back fat, but even in the days when I used to go to the gym, I never worked on my back because I was like, oh, it's a back. I don't really care about my back, like, I don't see the big deal. I've got back dimples, which I really like. I get spots like here and there, which obviously I don't like because they're spots, but we sweat. It's just life. Last but not least, my legs. These are my legs. You've never really seen these before because I've always been sitting down. But yeah, les jambes. In French, that's how you say legs. as you can see, I've got quite big thighs. My friend used to say I had tree trunk thighs. Pretty accurate. To be honest, there's not much to my leg because it's very small. I have quite musty legs. This is inherited and also due to sport and dance and everything. My dad has very chunky legs, so I think I was always destined to have chunky legs, but doing sport and exercise also contributed to this end product, which I like very much. I do like my legs. Obviously, I've always wished I was a bit taller, just because at times I feel like I can look a bit, well, in certain clothes, dumpy. But for the most part, I like my legs how they are, and you know what, I'm not even that fussed about being tall. There's benefits, but there's also benefits to being small. So, I don't have a lot of, well, I have hair, but like I said before, my hair is very fair, so you can't really see it. As you guys have seen, I've got a tattoo on my ankle. I'm also getting a tattoo today, I didn't even mention that. So I'll have to show you guys once that's done. I have stretch marks on my legs. I have a lot of stretch marks in this kind of area, so on my legs, I've got them on my bum, I've got them on my hips. Some of them are lighter than others, there's some that are a bit more obvious. Tiger stripes. I've also got varicose veins on my legs. I only thought old people could get varicose veins. No, it transpires that 22-year-old girls can also get them. But because I'm pale as well, that makes everything very obvious. I can see all my veins, which is quite reassuring, isn't it? But some of these veins are quite purple, and I've always been a bit like, ugh, about them, because there's one in particular that's just like a little cluster of veins, and it looks a bit, but it's fine. Like I said, it's a good thing to know I'm alive. Then there's my feet. So here's my feet, or my foot rather, my left foot. Sorry if you guys hate toes, but you clicked on this video, to be fair. I'm a size 6. Well, actually, my feet are 2 different sizes. I have got one foot bigger than the other. One of them is a size 6 and one of them is more a size 5.5. So when I wear certain trainers, for example, I always have to do up the laces more on one foot because there's more space. I also forgot to mention that my shoulders are uneven as well. So I've got like one shoulder that's a bit higher than the other. I'm like making a conscious effort to keep them straight now. But it's true, my mum pointed it out one day because she was always like, Rhiannon, stand up straight. And I was like, I am. And then she noticed that one of them was a bit more droopy. So now I have to make a conscious effort whenever I'm like, obviously it was a bit of a problem. Well, it wasn't really a problem, but it inhibited like my dancing a little bit. We're not symmetrical, guys, as you can see. So my feet, back to my feet, my tootsies, they're all quite straight, they're in a straight line. You know, some people have like one toe that's really long. Mine are all just kind of like, and again, I have long nail beds on my toes, as I do with my fingernails. They're not crusty, like I've got a bit of dry skin on the sole of my feet, but who doesn't, because we walk around a lot. All our body pressure is like on our feet. Isn't that mad? How do our feet cope? I don't know. Feet, how you doing down there? They don't want to be in the video, they're a bit too shy. My toenails are a bit fucked, you know. I should probably sort that out. But it's okay, it's not really like inhibiting my life. Pretty sure you guys have seen most of me now. Like I said, our bodies are very complex and I'm actually so fascinated by them. That's the end of this video. Like I said, I encourage you guys to go into the shower or to take a look at yourselves one day and just go through yourself. Does that even make sense? You know what I'm trying to say. And turn the negatives into positives. So instead of being like, oh, I don't like my legs because they're really chunky, you can say, actually, I've got all this muscle that can be used for exercising, for running, for walking, for climbing. There's power in these legs. You know, instead of saying, I've got really fat arms, instead think, okay, I've got more skin on my arms for hugging people. You know, our bodies are the way they are for a reason, and I'm going to talk about this more in the next video, but try and see your body as, above anything else, functional, because each part of our body does have a function. we'll delve into the sort of aesthetic side of things in part 2, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit different, and if you want to share anything in the comments below, things that you like about your body, random little anecdotes or whatever, I don't know, just something, then do so. Oh, I didn't talk about my tongue. I got a really long tongue. I'll see you guys in the next video. Give this a thumbs up if you liked. I'm gonna go. Bye!